Woodstock Express, recreated here on your screen on Roller Coaster Tycoon and physically located at Kings Island, might well be the very best kiddie coaster in America, or the best introductory roller coaster to a first-timer to get them hooked on roller coasters. But just don't take my word for it. That's why we've recreated Woodstock Express in Roller Coaster Tycoon to run a test run and show you the test results and the ratings. Welcome everybody to Roller Coaster Airtime, and if you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you want to see more roller coasters recreated on Roller Coaster Tycoon and review their test results and ratings, then you should hit subscribe and make sure you hit the bell, that way you're notified each time I post a new video. Woodstock Express, even though it's a kiddie coaster, is another roller coaster in our series that we are recreating on RCT Classic. Before we show you the actual test results, I want to show you how we built the coaster. Starting things off, the park I chose is Razor Rocks, simply because I have all the roller coasters unlocked. I have that park beaten, and I have a lot of money. There's a lot of land in this park as well, which makes it easier. First thing I like to do is to get the name of the coaster correct and also the color scheme of the coaster. Beastie, as I used to know it as a child, now known as Woodstock Express, has typically been baby blue with yellow trains, so that's what we're going to do here. And I will refer to this roller coaster as Beastie quite a few times. That's just how I remembered as a child. It wasn't the first roller coaster I ever rode, but it was one of the first. The first roller coaster I ever rode was actually Blue Streak at Cedar Point, which is still operating and actually looks just like this one, at least color scheme. I'll put a link for it right here if you want to check that one out if you're ever going to be at Cedar Point and want to know what a good coaster might be to start your little one out on. So as you'll see here, this Philadelphia Toboggan roller coaster is a very traditional roller coaster. We've just completed the first turnaround, and it's actually going to cross back over itself. It's going to turn around again, then it's going to turn around again, which is your classic figure 8 old school Philadelphia Toboggan roller coasters. There's a lot of these out there with this type of style, so it's a very traditional roller coaster. It's a good roller coaster to start out children on, because it's not very high, and we'll get into the actual stats here in a little bit, but it's not too tall, it's not too intimidating, it's not too loud, and it's fun. Like, even for a coaster enthusiast like myself, I've rode a ton of rides. Like, I still have fun riding Beastie or Woodstock Express to this day. I always make sure I stop and ride it, not just because it's nostalgic, but because it truly is a fun ride. You get little pops of airtime, and it's a little bit wild. Alright, so we gotta do a little bit of demoing here on this mountainside to make room for this airtime hill, and then the upslope for the next turnaround, the final turnaround before we get into the brake run. It'd be really cool if there was like a Kings Island map layout that I didn't have to, move land and dirt and make it look like Kings Island. And also all other parks too. Has somebody worked on that yet? If they have, drop it in the comments. I'd love to download and probably even buy a game like that. I think it'd be really cool. Speaking of comments, if there's a park or a roller coaster that you would like to see featured to be recreated on RCT by me, drop it in the comments. I will do my best, if it's a possibility at all, to make any similarity to that roller coaster. I will do my best to make it happen. I promise you that. Alright, as we're coming into the final brake run here and making the station platform, I'll leave you all be for the test run, and I'll see you back for the test results. How do y'all like that 3-train ops I got going on right here? This would be a serious money maker on the game. As Woodstock Express hits its final brake run here, let's take a look at its actual stats. It stands 38 feet tall and has a top speed of 35 miles per hour. I like to look at that because I want to show you how close I try to get it to the stats on Roller Coaster Tycoon. That way the test results and ratings are somewhat realistic. So let's see what we were able to get. 39 miles per hour and 40 feet tall, so we're just off. It's never automatic or quite right, but I think the excitement rating is very high. There you go, high. Intensity rating is high. Nausea rating is medium. The intensity rating is misrepresented here. It is not high. I would say it's a medium coaster. Definitely one we're going to save. I'm going to name it Beastie. If you enjoyed this video, please take the time to smash the like button, and I would greatly appreciate it. We'll see you next time on Roller Coaster Airtime. I really like that line. That's a lot of fun. I think that's our new catchphrase.